Do you believe on opinion polls or
not? James,
do you have a problem with opinion polls?
James, opinion polls is something that happens across the world, both for commercial, enterprises and, what we call political opinion polling. In Kenya, we have a legal framework for it. And by the way, Moses, let me tell you, if you have a problem with anything they are doing, there is a provision for it in that law. And that law requires them to publish even the person who has engaged them, who has paid them, to whom it is to be published. It is these things you're not exploring. So I'm saying if you have credibility issues, take it up. I've been observing these opinion polls, James, for quite some time. And it shocks me that, when the coalition calling itself, Kenya Kwanza, was up there, they were all rosy. When it is confirming that they have been overtaken, there is a problem. When Moses Kuria was going for MP and he was always, up there, it was all good. When Moses Kuria is now being told you need to up your game, it is a problem.
Right.
My view of it, I can tell you, Moses, even that Mizani, who is behind Mizani, is not the best of my friend. But consistently they are telling me, you are at this. And it is confirmed when I go to the ground, where they say you have a problem. I go and address it with the people I have those problems with.
You don't pay.
I don't have to pay.
The
reason, let me tell you.
For those of us who pay, Mizani,
Moses, you are talking too much. Moses, let me tell you. The reason as to why media houses don't do opinion polling is that is not their business, number one. But
we commission polls.
Yes, you may if you want.
We commission polls.
But
the National Standard has commission polls.
Yes, but particularly for political opinion polls, you make a choice. Do you want to plunge in? What is the gain? How does it put you as a media house in terms of public view and your market strategies? Not simply because it is dirty, but it is your policy in terms of, your role as a media house.
Let's get this
That is a choice. So what I want to say,
there's nothing wrong with polling.
Moses, yes, correct.
It's a science.
I'm happy.
It's social science.
There's nothing wrong with polling. It's a science. Supposed to be
correct.
A science.
Yeah. It is a science.
No,
it is
supposed to be a science.
It's a science.
We know people who do polling properly.
Moses.
The last time Gallup was in this market was in the 2007.
Moses, let me tell you.
When they were brought by that guy called Dick Morris, and they came and produced things that they didn't really like. You remember Kalonzo leading in all the polls, prior to 2007, and he had
before the campaigns. Before the campaigns.
Yeah, he had up with 8%. No, it's okay.
No, before the campaigns.
Even Arsenal starts on top of the table.
Let's one person make
before the campaigns.
Arsenal starts on top of the table because it's alphabetical. Yeah. So don't tell me about,
But
you see,
I want to clarify this. Hang on, I want to clarify on this. That the question of opinion poll as a science, we not only have a law that governs it.
Correct.
There is a society as well, like the Media Council, for instance, if an issue with person.
I wish we got to Media Council, state funded.
Yes.
Whereby we can even be able to ask questions. And I've said this before.
But
and I've said to many people.
But Moses.
Even from the committee of ICT in the House, I've said to them, probably we need to empower Media Council, to be able to do the same way you are doing the presidential debate. You are coming together. You could have called, people here in.
But they have their own society, Moses.
Yeah?
If you have an issue,
why can't you do the same for opinion polls?
What do we need to do?
They have their own society, Moses.
What do we need to do, Moses?
I need to build onto this. That there's the last election, and we've seen this, the last 2 months, both Kenya Kwanza and Azimio said they conducted internal polling.
Correct.
All right? No one was aware about this. It was an internal polling that says, even today, the Deputy President said from in all internal polling, Kenya Kwanza is winning. You might be aware about these polls and whoever conducting those polls. The same was done with Azimio, where they use it to look for candidates, whatever it is. So there's some sort of science of who are doing it that is acceptable somewhere. So we cannot wholly dismiss it. And that's the point, Moses, that I'm bringing on your table.
I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with polling. I'm just saying, in our situation, the part of the state machinery and state system is one which runs these opinion polls. Simply put. And I'm telling you, I've got proof. I've talked to people.
James, let me tell you.
How can you have Tifa running polls for a media house and they appear like two different things? It is what my friend George Oraro calls a distinction without a difference.
Moses, let me help you. When an opinion poll, comes up, what we should be debating, James, is that this poll shows this. What could be the reasons for it? Let me tell you, even in terms of the campaign map across the country, these people are relying on some polling. So that you see, when we say, for instance, could it be matter effect that Baba is over 20, is marching towards 30, is marching above 30, or what could it be? You see William now going more towards the western coast, seeing where he can balance the figures if the Mount Kenya has to go low. It informs your strategies, it informs what you do. What we should be debating here is that if they say Kenya Kwanza is being beaten by, you know, Azimio, La Umoja, One Kenya Coalition, what could be the reason? And then as a politician, you address those issues in terms of your campaigns, in terms of
Kaluma,
your messaging.
Kaluma,
But don't conclude.
At this point, so let me get this straight. At this point, you agree with the polls, you agree with the numbers. Totally and completely.
I don't agree with the numbers fully, but I agree with the science of the polls.
What's the issue with the numbers that you've seen?
My view is that knowing in terms of, you know, the voter registration, the strongholds of Azimio, and the excitement that is around and the campaigns which have been going on, we should be way above the numbers they are giving.
But Kaluma, yours is
way above.
Yours is a feeling.
Above.
Yours is a feeling. There's a scientific sample here.
Yes.
Yours is a feeling. All right. You're not giving me a science to those numbers.
You know, it is a science to the extent that you know, it is showing that you know, Azimio is way above Kenya Kwanza. Where I follow it, possibly is on the undecided votes.
It's a 3%
I don't believe.
It's a 3%
no,
difference.
no, it is not 3.
Difference.
No, but get it. Huh? When you tell me that as of now, James, up to 10% of the population are undecided on who they are going to vote for, I question who could they be and why can't you know, the science confirm where they are leaning or why they are refusing to speak. Now I have a problem with that percentage, not the fact that, you know, Raila is ahead of Ruto or Martha Karua is ahead of Gachagua. And I'm basing this on the campaigns and what I'm seeing around, which is what we should be discussing here most